a different form of exercise can also help. Okay, first of all, if you come in towards the pole here, pop your hands against the pole and just pop one foot back into a calf stretch, trying to keep your foot relatively straight. It will have a tendency to want to turn out, but keep it quite straight. That's it. And you can just lean your body forwards into it until you feel a reasonable stretch down through here, and hold these stretches for 30 seconds to a minute if possible. Almost the more the better, but you may be uncomfortable if you hold them for too long. That's it. And then if you bring your other foot back in by the other one, and if you pick up your left foot with your left hand, that's it. So this one's trying to stretch out through the quadricep in the front here, and with this one you'll have a tendency to want to curl your pelvis into that direction, so try to tilt your pelvis back and down, almost squeeze your bum on that side. That's it, and you should feel that stretch more vigorously through the front. That's it, again holding that for between 30 seconds and a minute. That's good. Okay, if you try this one where you take your leg back behind into that lunge position like that, that's it. And take that leg a little bit further forward at the front, it's good. And then with this one, try to just tuck back through your pelvis and through there. Stay forward with your upper body a little bit more and rotate backwards through your pelvis. This one you should hopefully feel a little bit higher up around your hip flexor, but you may feel a little bit still down around your quad there. And if your balance is good enough, you can hold on to something whilst taking that arm up. So hold on to that with your right hand, take this arm up above your head and just stretch that up and keep those ribs tucked in a bit. That's it. That's it. And that can just intensify that stretch there. It's good. Perfect. And then if you come into that hamstring stretch where you're sitting down, sit down on your bum. That's it. And stretch your left leg out in that direction there, tuck the right leg in and just stretch down towards your toes, and you're trying to feel that in behind in the hamstring. That's it. And if you want to try and intensify that, you can take this hand up onto the back of your head. That's it. Elbow up nice and tall. And you should feel a bit of a side stretch at the same time as a hamstring stretch. First of all, just pop your hands underneath the small of your back. That's it. And just start with trying to just roll your pelvis backwards, squashing your hands. That's it. That's good. Just keep moving back and forth a few times. That's it. Tilting your lower back and pelvis down. And as you tilt back down that way, you can start to build up a bit of pressure through your feet as well, which can make you engage your glutes. That's it. Good. And then just hold your back in the middle so it's not too curved. That's it. You can take maybe one hand out to the side, out there, and just maintain just a light amount of pressure on your hand there. And just go into some rolling of your knees side to side. That's it. And try to keep some contraction through your core as you do so. That's it. So you can do this with both legs, or you can do one at a time if you keep one still, and just rotating that out to the side and back in with the aim of trying to stay as stable and as still through here as you can. Lifting up from and contracting in your lower abdominal wall is what you want. That's it. And then you could alternate that to the other side. That's it. Just do one more, good. And then take that hand out, pop it in the same place as the other one. And then if you rotate back again and lift your bum off the ground into a bridge, that's it. As you roll back down, try and touch one vertebra at a time until your tailbone touches last, curling it up and down, that's it. And just roll back up again. As you push up, squeezing your glutes on either side and then rolling back down again, that's it. And if you're strong enough, you can do this on a single leg. If we take that one up to 90 degrees and then lifting up. So it's harder to roll down when you do it on a single leg like this. And what you'll want to do is you'll want to drop down on this leg on the left side. So try and keep yourself quite level in your pelvis. Just go up and down a couple more times. That's it, pushing up. Good. And that's it, pop it down. Good. And now if you bring both legs up to that 90-degree position, just holding this. This one's a bit more of an intermediate to advanced exercise. It's harder for you to control your lower back position here, so try and keep your ribs down, lower back still. And if you just create a little circular cycling motion with your legs, that's it, with the aim of trying to stay controlled through here in your lower back. That's it, good. That's it, okay, perfect. If you now turn over onto all fours, hands and knees, and just try and have your legs directly underneath your hips, a little bit wider with your knees. That's it, bring your hands back a fraction. That's it, just feel like you've got even weight distribution between your hands and your legs, keeping your chin tucked into your chest. Try and maintain just a small curve in your back as you are there. Keep that position through there and try and lift this leg off the ground, kick it back behind you, feel your glute working. That's it. You'll want to curve your back when you're there, so try to maintain just a straight position or a small curve in your back. A couple more on this leg. That's it. Good. And now to make it a bit harder, you can bring in the opposite arm. If you kick backwards with your leg in the opposite arm, that's it. And you're trying to stay rock solid and still through here. This one's much more challenging. And then try alternating. If you go right arm, left leg, and then switch to the other side. Left arm, right leg. Good. Nice. That's it. Good. That's it. And then come face down on your front. That's it. Take your arms up and above your head, just on either side of the pole there, right up in there. Oh, leave the pole alone, that's it. And then see if you can lift off with your head, your arms and your legs into like a Superman position. That's it. That's it, lifting up. Good, hold, 3, 2, 1, and down. Rest your head down as well. We'll try that once more, ready, up, lifting up, good. Legs off, arms off, so you feel that right through your back, and rest, good. So we'll have a look at some balance exercises. So if you come in towards a wall or something fixed like this and put your hands against the wall as much as what you need to. And to begin with, we'll just get you shuffling your weight side to side, because in a stroke you'll want to dominate in your stronger sides. We just want to try and make the weight distribution even from side to side and get you used to taking more weight across to one side. Try not to lock out your leg into hyperextension when you do that, but maintaining a small bend as you are there. That's it. And then move into lifting one leg off the ground as you go to the side. That's it. That's it. And just using the pole or the wall as much as what you need to, making sure that you're still safe when you're doing it. That's it. Good. And then see if you can sustain a single leg by itself. Take one leg off the ground, keep it bent up. That's it. Make sure that you're not locked out at that leg. Small knee bend's okay. Straight but not hyperextended is what we're after. Tummy tucked in a little bit. That's it. Using the wall as much as what you need to maintain balance, but having a little bit of movement side to side is what we're after. We want to challenge your balance, but making sure your hands are there for safety. Try the other side. That's it. Keeping your core muscles switched on. Looking straight ahead is what you are. That's it. Good. And then take the other foot down. Calf muscle strength is really important for balance. So if you try coming up onto your toes, up and down, and just again using the pole or whatever you're using, the wall, to give yourself some assistance if necessary, but otherwise trying to still challenge your balance a little bit by minimizing your input through your hands. That's it. And then if you're competent to do so, try to do a single leg calf raise with just minimal contact against the pole, pushing up and down. That's it. And trying to go right through range, so you're pushing right up tall and then all the way back down, controlling the descent because you want to crash down with your heel. That's it, that's good. That's it, and that's what we want, just a little bit of movement side to side, challenging the balance as well as working the calf strength. Good. Done. That's it. Actually, we'll do one more, sorry to sort of do that. If you come back in towards the wall again and the pole, just so that you're using that for safety, and just narrow your feet a little bit, which will challenge your balance a little bit, and then try to take your arms up and above your head. That's it, and then back down again. Keep going, doing that 2 or 3 times. Good. And then see if you can do the same but on a single leg, which will be a more advanced exercise, trying to maintain your balance on a single leg, that's it. As you take your arms above your head, you'll want to curve your back through here, so try to stay tucked in through here. That's it. Abs on. Once more up and above the head. Good. And back down. Good. Done.